Good morning. This is Don Keith on the Diary of a Psychotic video blog. This video blog is brought to you by The Pope's Exorcist in theaters April 7th. Well, I watched the news for the first time in like a week. Oh, distressing. Wow. Okay. Supposedly, Donald Trump's supposed to be arrested tomorrow, but the case is very weak. Okay? So, I'll update this weekly. Unless it's too weak to be weekly. So, the other thing is, Ecuador, 6.8 on the Richter scale. Still counting the dead? You know, we really ought to start helping each other right here in the West. When I say the West, I mean America. And there are 3 Americas. North, Central, and South America. We're all the same people. All right? You look at the Vietnam Memorial. There is a white man, a black man, and a Hispanic man. I'm not kidding. Check that out. All right? Those are the people that live in America. The whites, the blacks, the Hispanics. Not so much the Afghanis, the Ukrainians, the other refugees who run from their insatiable and incessant wars. Constantly at war with one another. Guys like Vladimir Putin, they come along every 5-6 years in Europe and Asia. Some military strongman who says, I can take whatever I want. Yeah, you can. But I'm going to tell you something right now. You end up in The Hague, we're going to hang you. All right? If we catch you, Vladimir Putin, we're going to hang you. Do you understand? Hang you. All right, you war criminal? War criminals get hanged. All right? That's why Adolf Hitler blew his brains out. He didn't want to be in front of The Hague and get hanged. All right? The Nuremberg trials were not a joke. All right? You go out and you commit war crimes and you kill millions of people. Hey, Slobodan Milosevic. People are like, who's that? I'm like, yeah, okay. Somebody looks up from their phone and goes, what happened? I'm like, anybody who's asked to do that, don't even bother, all right? I know you didn't volunteer for anything while you were growing up, okay? You can be an adult now, and I know you never volunteered for the military. And your draft card, shit, you were never worried about that. The United States is never going to draft anybody. You know why? Look up from your phone and go, what happened? That's why. Okay? All right, I'm a veteran. And I'm not about putting anybody down who didn't volunteer. I'm not a warmonger, but I'm telling you right now that our military is weakening by the decade. Okay? We went into Afghanistan mistakenly. We went into Iraq mistakenly. All right? We didn't understand who the real threats were because politically, we're not very bright and we're not very long-term thinking. We're not very wise. We haven't had very wise presidents. We haven't had very wise congressmen. So you get what we had on January 6th. Oops. You get a president who goes, who knew? All right. Some shout-outs. My favorite nurse. Okay? You've been in my thoughts lately, okay? And my favorite postman. Her son. Okay. Used to be my son-in-law was my favorite postman. But he's moved out to Montana with my daughter. My sweet daughter. Okay. I miss them both. Let's see. Another shout-out. The Rotten Tomato, Charles Laquadera. My favorite atheist, Jeff Charles. Charles. Who used to be on 94 HJY. But now he's an actor and a maitre d' out in California. Well, anyway, just because you don't believe something doesn't mean it isn't true. Or something like that. Okay, everybody. This Diary of a Psychotic video blog was brought to you by The Pope's Exorcist in theaters on April 7th. Signing off now. Peace out. Keep the faith.